Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make pumpkin pie oatmeal smoothies. These make-ahead smoothies can be made up to a week in advance so that you always have a great on-the-go breakfast ready and waiting for you. And most of the ingredients are healthy, and depending on which sweetener you add, I'm going to give you options. It can be really healthy or just a little bit indulgent. We're going to make this by starting in our blender here with 1 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. And you want to make sure you use rolled oats, the bigger pieces, instead of instant. To that, I'm going to add in a cup of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and 2 cups of pumpkin. Now you get that in a can, just make sure you get pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie mix. That has stuff added to it. That's not what you want. Then we're going to add in 4 cups of almond milk. And this is the plain unsweetened almond milk that you buy in a box. And yes, that's going to fill up our blender. Then we're going to add in our spices, so this tastes like pumpkin pie. You'll need 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of ground cloves. So far it's all healthy, but now it's time to add in our sweetener. And you have a few different options. You can add in Stevia, which is a natural sweetener that doesn't really have any calories. You can add in a couple of pitted medjool dates. Those are a natural fruit sweetener, and they are one of my favorite healthy options for this smoothie. Or you can indulge a little bit and add in what I'm going to add in today, sweetened condensed milk. I just don't mind indulging a little bit, and I know you guys don't either. You can add in 7 to 14 ounces depending on how sweet you want it. If you're using Stevia or the pitted medjool dates, just toss that in there. Next, we're going to pop the lid on and blend. Once that's all blended, you can go ahead and take the lid off, and it should be fairly liquidy. And we're going to pour this into some mason jars, and you want to use about pint size. If you want a smaller serving, use a smaller jar. Pour that in, and I'm going to divide it into 3 big ones and then 2 of these small ones. And as these sit in the fridge, they'll actually thicken up into a nice thick, luscious smoothie. And let me tell you, these taste just like pumpkin pie. It's like eating pie for breakfast, which makes it the perfect fall breakfast treat. Now you'll just put the lid on and pop them in the fridge overnight, and they'll be ready in the morning to go. They'll stay good for about a week in the fridge, so you can have one every day of the week. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my channel, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.